to another episode of the Daily Collective Reading. Welcome back to Pluto, the house of abundance and transformation. And welcome back to another live broad stream brought to you on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. My name is KP, and I am the owner, CEO, etc., of this beautiful establishment. I would like to thank you for all of those who will be watching on the collective reading, on the replay. I would like to thank anybody who's going to be watching this broadcast on the live stream. And I want to thank everybody who supported the channel in the past because we couldn't have gotten this far without you. Okay. So I have a very special episode planned for us. We are going to be doing a collective tarot reading for the full moon. What is the Sturgeon moon? Oh, I forgot to put that in the title. Let me do that real quick. Let me change the title before anybody come in. Put Sturgeon moon. Sturgeon moon. Okay, so I forgot about that Sturgeon moon joint situation circumstance. All right, so if y'all don't know, we just had partial, mostly lunar eclipse. Um, it was a beautiful sight to see. I was just out not too long ago, and the sun. I mean, the moon is still beaming. Mm-mm-mm. And the moon is still beaming, y'all. The moon is still beaming. So let's grab some cards. We're going to get current energy and best course of action as we move through the Sturgeon moon. But first, before we get knee deep into that, I want to be able to get a candle, light that candle, and I want to uh no shit. Forgot to take the thing out. It's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. Sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is open light. Oh, 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 my Lord. Never met no one like you before. With your own sunshine. Now the sky is open light. Y'all been following the lottery content on the channel. Uh, y'all been following the lottery content on the channel. We on a 6 day winning streak. I was thinking about going to get a ticket this morning, but I'm cool. Yeah, I just broke that in front of my thumb. All right, that's cool. We all right. We okay. We all right. It's good. We good. Ooh, there we go. All right, y'all. So we back in the building. Thank y'all. Let's see. We got a couple people in the chat. Please double tap that screen, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Um, I just burnt the H out of my thumb, but it's all good though. Let me tilt this up a little bit. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with this Sturgeon full moon collective reading. We just want to see kind of like, what's going on uh in the next I mean, guess you could say dead smack today, but what's been going on the last couple of days and what might be going on in the future. Of course, the energy is the energy, but everybody will experience the energy at different times. Okay, everybody will experience different energies at different times. So let's go ahead and see. Uh, hold on, I just got a notification. Okay, so I am going to be doing anonymous reading, donation based reading. You guys are going to be able to get to see something simple. Now, this is going to be a unique reading because this person is a person I've known for a while, but it's not somebody I don't believe I read for them before in specific. They just been, more supportive, right? More of a supportive role. So, um, feel like I should have drank me some coffee this morning. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and see what we got. All right. So we actually had a card just flip. Okay. And this is the Page of Wands. So I am going to go ahead and accept that card. But since only one card came out, I am going to get a clarifier from another deck. Um, so the page. Um, the page is a very interesting character in the deck. Because the pages are really about um being grounded and solidifying, setting your roots and growing into adulthood essentially, right? Or maturity. I don't want to say adulthood, but reaching certain levels of maturity on your path is a better way of saying it. So the page represents the number 11. And we already know the number 11 is a gateway, a portal. Ones represents new beginnings, but when you double the one, that then that doubles that down. And so it's more or less about a portal that you create. So when you're dealing with the wands is a representation of the fire element. So we got earth and fire. Uh um Earth and fire. Similar to the Knight of Pentacles, right? The Knight of Pentacles is the opposite of this card. Whereas the Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race. Sometimes the page has no brakes, right? Um, the Wands is saying that this is a person who's naturally like an ambitious, outgoing person. And in this case, the page is saying that they have reached a certain level to where they're trying to really fulfill some of the more deeper um goals and dreams. But the key and the catch to the Knight of Wands is, well, the Page of Wands, I'm sorry, is for one, they don't always see things through. Um, for two, they don't always. Well, that's the main thing, is seeing things through. The Page of Wands versus the other court cards of the Wands. The Page of Wands is actually a great planner, right? It's actually a person who actually has no problem with, well, they're not great planners. They don't they are very, wait a minute, give me 1 second, because all four is kind of different. Whereas the King of Wands, he's able to, he's the one that's most consistent of seeing things through. I got to remember my notes. The Page of Wands is the impulsive one. The Knight of Wands is the fighter. The Queen of Wands is the passionate one. And the King of Wands is the planner. Um, so each one goes in level of ability to manifest, right? So again, the Page of Wands is a person that is very impulsive. They represent creative, explosive, impulsive energy, like the type of person that see it and gotta have it and they buy it that day, even if they didn't buy groceries, or even if they didn't pay their light bill, whatever, they don't even think about it. They just go for it. I'm gonna have to go and find my notebook, but I feel like I'm missing something. All right. Uh, so to clarify this energy, we have the Four of Wands, okay? I mean, the Four of Swords. So give me a second. Let me think about this. Okay, so the four represents law, order, balance, and stability. And then the sword itself represents the air element. That's what you think, that's what you say. That could represent like epiphanies, knowledge, wisdom, beliefs, understanding, uh anything dealing with, throat chakra, third eye, crown, etc. Okay. um so the Page of Wands represents a situation and a circumstance where a person, again, is not necessarily seeing things clearly per se, but they lack, no, they have, how can I say this? There is no lacking in the wheel department when you're dealing with any of the wands, really. Um, all of the court cards of the wands is saying that I want something and I'm willing to try. Now, each wand, like I said, as you go through the court cards, is able to go a little bit farther, right? Like the Page, for example, is a person who's very impulsive, right? Like they very like on the spot, let's go. Um, they always just full of great ideas and they always trying stuff. But like I said, they never see things through. The Knight of Wands might not always plan, they might not always have the best ideas, but you can never question the Knight of Wands passion, right? Because the Knight of Wands is the double fire element. So that's double go, go, go. Remember, fire is a masculine principle or element, not a passive one, right? And then when you get to the Queen, that's kind of passive. And then the king is that knight personified to the 10th, right? So it looks like we are going to no be in a situation and a circumstance that's going to require balance. Okay, as this new moon, I mean, as this new yeah, as we make our way to the new moon, meaning that the moon is going to be drawing things from us. Okay, so as the new moon comes, things are going to be drawn from us, and as things get drawn from us, we're going to see us having more time, more energy, more this, more that, to actually get things done. For one, we got to capitalize on it, especially if we've been dealing with anything in our charts that's been debilitating us. um but so the balance is going to come from us still being in tune with what we want, but us being very disciplined and very sound on how to get it. See, to me, this page of wands is giving me carefree energy, nonchalant energy. And it's not that we're ignorant or irresponsible. It's almost like the page I'm sorry, it's almost like what is that card? Number 0. Not the page. That's like all 4 pages put together. Um the card with the dog, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. The card with the dog, the guy that got the dog, and he's trying to um he about to go out on an adventure. The number 0 at a major. Oh, I got some notes right here, not my notes, but some notes right here. The Fool card. That's what it is. The Fool card. To me, this Knight of Wands, this Page of Wands is giving me Fool energy, right? And remember, the Fool is not a person who's stupid or dumb or ignorant or anything like that. The Fool is a person who's foolishly optimistic, meaning that of course, there's going to be a little bit of danger. Of course, there might be a setback, right? Of course, whatever could happen. But I'm not going to focus on what could happen because I am confident in my ability to get from point A to point Z, whatever Z is for the individual, whatever your goal, your dream, your aspiration is. So, again, it looks like we are going to be entering a situation or a circumstance that's going to require our full attention. All right. All work and then rest. No play right now. This Four of Wands is saying no play. And the reason why is because we did shadow work, right? The Four of Wands is a confirmation of the Forest Wars. I don't know why I keep saying the Four of Wands. The Forest Wars is a confirmation of shadow work. And what do you mean? Oh, I see we got a couple people in the chat. Welcome in everybody. I've been reading, so I wasn't paying attention to the chat, but give me 1 second. Let me see. Any guys have a liking for you in the office? My intuition telling me that the answer is yes, and that you already know. That's why you here. So my thing is, wherever you got stage fright from going to get that person, we need to be addressing that, and not if somebody has a crush on you or not. Where February at? February, where you go, friend? You left? Peace, love, health, and wealth to everybody. Double tap that screen, hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Please. Um, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. My name is KP, and I am um, president, CEO of this fine establishment. This is brought to you on behalf of Sacred Self Healing Center, where the heart is the center for healing. Here you can find a lot of content from lottery, tarot, sports, gaming, gardening, cooking, right? Like this is, your one-stop shop for peace, love, health, and wealth, right? Peace, love, health, and wealth. Um, can I get a general tarot reading? TKS. I think that means thanks. So my question is, why is you second guessing yourself? See, I'm more than just a tarot reader, guys. I'm a life coach. I like to call myself a holistic life coach. I'm a nutritionist. I'm a I'm not gonna say I'm a yoga master, but I've been initiated into several different yogas. I guess you could say I'm a yoga master. It's not arrogant to say that. Reiki master, ordained minister, so much more. But I'm coming to you in capacity of first a brother, a friend, maybe even a lover. No, I'm just playing, but a brother, a friend, um, and a person who's been through pretty much everything and who's willing to help, right? So we had the full moon. It's for full moon, as I can tell right now, right? Um for some of us, you still might be able to see it for a little while. Um and I think in the western sky, I think. So let's see. We was talking about full coming through the full moon, heading towards the new moon, because I'm already looking towards the new moon, y'all. So this four swords denotes a situation and a circumstance. And this um page of wands denotes the type of energy that is either going to be required or experienced or something, right? So the situation and the circumstance is that we probably, this is confirmation that some of us have been doing shadow work, right? And I don't mean just smoking weed and getting your nails done, right? Or getting your hair cut and buying some new shoes, fellas. No, what I mean is that we've been sitting down, we've been meditating, we've been saying, okay, this thing is causing me stress. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to seek revenge. I'm going to walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to forgive this person. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to go apologize for this thing that I did. Whatever that shadow work looks like for you, the remember the three of swords is the card that has the three swords in the heart, and that card is saying that the pain that we feel emotionally and physically is due to the things that we think and or our perspective, right? Whether it's something that happened to us or whether it's something we did wrong, right? If it's sadness, if it's depression, if it's anguish, it's time for us to consciously let that go, right? Because, or else the alternative is I'm a perpetual victim and I'm going to keep manifesting victimhood. So then you have incoherence between the brain and the heart and the quantum field, right? Whereas is that you have goals and dreams, right? But you can't experience those things or really appreciate those things how you would like to for the simple fact that there is incoherence, right? Between you and the field. So because there was incoherence between you and the field, the force wars is saying rest right now, rest your mind, right? Going through this new moon, rest your mind, chill, relax, do whatever it is you got to do to make yourself better, because there's going to be a five of swords to come, right? And if you do whatever you need to do now, you might be able to avoid that five of swords altogether. But we can't assume anything, right? You never know what happens on the timeline, right? You just got to make good decisions as you go. um, so again, there's going to be a situation or a circumstance that's going to require your full attention very, very soon, right? So you got to remain stable and you got to remain balanced mentally. Remember, whatever's going on externally in the car is actually what's going on inside the person. It just depends on how the energy is expressed. So, uh, Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave that as the collective reading. I really like that. I wanted to pull another card for best course of action from a oracle deck, but I don't think it's necessary. I feel like we got a very clear picture. Like as we shift through this new moon phase, well, it's we end in the full moon and we now shifting towards the new moon. I think this is the waning phase when it gets smaller. I think that's called the waning phase when the moon gets smaller. But with that waning phase, again, the moon is going to be drawing negativity out, right? So anything, any discontent energy, any haters, any naysayers, all of those people are going to be removed one way or another, safely, swiftly, and securely, right? Um, so yeah, let's go ahead, check the chat, see. Look like everybody left. Yeah, everybody left. All right. So if you have been sticking with me this long, I want to say thank you for riding with me. I appreciate it. We can now move forward to the individual readings. If you would like a free or a donation-based reading, I just ask that you double tap the screen, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and type Pluto in the chat to be added to the list, like my good friend 99 just did. What's up? 99 Konnichiwa. Uh, yeah, but make sure, yeah, go ahead and post your question. Don't forget we got sample questions too in the what you call them that I need to edit. While I'm reading for you, can you spam the hearts in the chat, please? Yes. I don't. Just to let you know, I could do a general reading about this situation and circumstance, but there's really no need to. And the reason why is because the will lies within the person. So what I mean is that when I say will can be interchanged maybe for motivation, right? How motivated are you to do this thing, right? And so if you're motivated, then you don't have to leave the things that you want to motivate up to chance. Will I or won't I? If I do, cool. If I don't, cool. No, that's not how this thing works. When you go to spirit, or when you a high frequency person, when you a meta trine, oh, I love this shit. I love this shit. When you're a Metatron, right? You don't, unfortunately, you don't have the luxury of leaving things up to chance. I mean, unless you want to, but then you got to believe in good luck, right? That's where luck comes into play when you don't have control of the future. You understand how that works? Like, do that make sense? Because I'll be trying to break these concepts down for people, and I don't want to assume that everybody, you know what I'm saying, gets it. Because everybody, on different paths of their journey. I mean, at different stages of their journey. And the funny thing is that everybody go through similar stuff, just in different orders. Really, that's how it go. You know what I'm saying? So again, you never told me how to say your name. Is it Amen, AI man, Iman, Amen, Amen combined? I don't know. So okay, so if it's combined, then tell me how to say the different parts then. Because I see man, not Al. Is it almond? Not a. Is that a I? So you saying it's almond? Like what? Like what other English word is it similar to? Well, at least that part. So it's ALMANN. So it's Iman, like Simon. So I'm sorry, but I think we need another question. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm the type of person that I don't believe in fear, dog. I don't believe in I don't believe in ifs or wins. I believe in this. If I want something and if it happens, it is meant to be, right? But I'm going to do whatever it takes for it to happen. So my question to you is that are you studying? Are you working hard? Are you listen. If I tell you yes now, that means nothing for the future because there's a million things that can happen that can change that. My question is, are you prepared? Are you going to do everything you need to do? And then after you do that, you need to be optimistic. We're not leaving it up to the cards. We're not, if I don't want no cards to make you believe in your dream. If it's your dream, you need to believe in it by the time you get to KP. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person that want people to not believe in their dreams. I don't want you to depend on the cards for everything. I want you to depend on you for a few things. That's how I look at it. Okay. So a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people like cards. But the way you posing your question as if it's a yes or no. And if you know anything about tarot, you know technically we're not supposed to answer yes or no. That's more of a new age spirituality thing, right? When tarot was reconstructed 500 years ago, that was not the intention. All right. What's coming for you in general? You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm about to pull you a spirit animal oracle card. This about to be one of my go-to decks. Because you know what I noticed? And I'm getting so I was sitting there when I was quiet, I was really meditating on you and your situation. And so you know what I'm getting? You need something to do. That's what it is. You need something to do. You either need another stream of income, a hobby. If I was you, I would go into business for myself. Like I would start blogging or something like that. Um, because uh idle time is a waste. I ain't even gonna lie. Idle time is a motherfucker. Idle time is terrible. So the reason why I like this deck is because it deals with energy directly. It don't bullshit. It tell you like, okay, you got energy, put it in this area. Right? When you telling me, will I do something in 2027? You know what that's telling me? That you got a lot of time in your hands and your brain is working and you just have to you got to be conscious of what your brain focus on and be able to shift it to something different when need be. It's kind of like raising a puppy, where a puppy is good, it's smart, it's funny, it's cute, but it just want to have fun. And our brains just want to have fun, right? And fortunately for us, um, our brain having fun is dealing with logic and reason. So when you have the capacity for high logic and reason, and no direction, no training, then you get chewed couches, right? You get chewed shoes. You get knocked over garbage cans, right? You get stolen turkeys, right? Not because it's a bad dog, but because the dog don't got discipline, right? Same thing when you on the movie How to Train Your Dragon. You ever saw that? That whole movie was about meditation. The movie How to Train Your Dragon, all of that shit was about meditation. All of it, the whole movie. Because the dragon represent Kundalini. Everybody got one. Remember they said you born everybody born with one? Y'all need to go back and watch these movies, man. Maybe we need to do a decoding or something on Patreon. Oh, I'm about to start a Patreon. We about to decode How to Train Your Dragon. And then we're gonna do the uh what's the name of that little fairy tale when the sheep had to cross the road or across the bridge? All right. So you got a Gryffindor. All right. I hope you like Pokemon. I mean, I hope I said Pokemon. I hope you like Harry Potter. All right, you got a Griffin. Number 27. The number 2 can be significant. The number 8, the number 6, and the number D's nuts. Ha, got him. Yeah, that. All of those numbers can be significant for you. Gryffindor. Okay, so balance, strength, and wisdom fight with honor. Balance and strength and wisdom. The griffin combines the strength of the lion with the wisdom. Wait, it's okay, girl. Everything gonna be okay. The griffin combines the strength of the lion with the wisdom of the eagle, representing a harmonious balance between physical power and intelligence. This one only got two. I didn't even realize that. When we receive the message of the griffin, we are encouraged to cultivate this harmony within us. It invites us to use our strength wisely and judiciously to act with intelligence and discernment in the situations we face. This balance allows us to tackle challenges with determination, wisdom, without succumbing to impulsiveness or blindness. That's exactly what I was just saying in the collective reading, and that's exactly what I was just saying to you as an individual, which is that when you have that capacity to do things, you just need to remain balanced whenever it's time for you to use it. Fortunately, when you're really intelligent, it's not so much of getting out of bad situations as much as it is not ending up in bad situations in the first place. All right, but let's continue. All right. Combat with honor. And I really think that you can use some of this as more or less like a shadow work theme, more or less as an external thing, because I think I'm starting to remember where this card is going to go. But just, just give me 1 second. Okay. Combat with honor. The griffin is often associated with the virtue of chivalry and the concept of fighting with honor and integrity. When we receive the message of the griffin, we are called to pursue our goals with nobility and loyalty. Hint, hint. It urges us to fight for what we believe in with courage and determination. Hint, hint, hint. Always maintain an honorable and respectful behavior towards others. Hint, 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 hint. So you don't need to ask me, will. right? You put yourself in position to win. You just got to be ready to face anything that comes your way. This allows us to live with integrity and dignity, upholding our moral integrity even in the most challenging situations. In summary, when we receive the message of the Griffin, we are invited to balance our strength with wisdom and to fight with honor and integrity. It reminds us to use our power responsibly and to act with courage and nobility in the challenges we face. This enables us to live a more authentic and meaningful life where we feel more capable of facing any situation with dignity and resolve. So you don't have to worry if or when anymore, because this is confirmation again that you already have everything you need to persevere. You just have to be able to recognize it, be able to be cool, calm, and collected, and be able to make critical decisions in the moment. But you know what they say, proper preparation prevents poor performance. And that's what I asked you earlier, right? I asked you, are you doing everything you need to do to succeed? Then after that, it's just about you being optimistic, you being confident, right? It's a lot of people who don't get the job or don't get accepted into, medical school or whatever because of the personality, or they don't give off the energy like they deserve it or they want it or they need to or they need it, right? A lot of people give off the do I got to type of energy, right? And then you got to think, if you believe in manifestation or if you believe in God or whatever, that type of do I got to energy is going to get you do I got to results. It's going to get you iffy 50-50 results. It just is. Because the more you concentrate, the more you focus, the more you zero in on things that's not only good for you and what you want, but good for everybody involved, the better. All right. 233 views in. Can we get at least 5 more likes on this stream, pretty please? Double tap that screen, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. My name is K Pizzle, and I'm coming through with that sizzle. Yeah, I'll be spitting out hot fire. I make you tarot readers retire. Uh, and yeah, we cooking with gas, man. I already know, bro, a troll, but I wasn't doing nothing. So it is what it is. All right. So thank you for everybody who's tuning in. I actually have an anonymous reading to do. Um, I ain't even gonna lie, friend. I almost forgot, but I'm about to cook your spirit up real quick. I'm starting to get hungry, y'all. Rapping and robbing again. Streets turn the boy to a millionaire. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so there's no messages for us in this deck, or we need to ask a new question. All right, person. They said ask a new question. Taro said ask a new question. What energy do I need to manifest today? One card, please. All right, I got you. Sound coming out? Welcome in, welcome in, everybody. Please double tap that screen. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Donate to reciprocate. Remember, everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. Okay, so you got the Eight of Wands. Remember, the eight is all about action, forward movement, and the wands represents your desires. Okay, so this Eight of Wands, this action card is really not so much of anything that you have to do except be prepared to but to be paired to go into a receptive state. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you built up a particular amount of momentum with the things that you desire. We got the Five of Wands at the bottom, so it's over with. The Magician, yeah, that's confirmation. Okay, so the things that you've been wanting, that you've been planning for, um, is here. Uh, it's definitely here. You just have to continue to keep the faith, put yourself in the right situations and circumstances that's going to allow you to keep winning. I'm getting energy. I'm getting the energy King of Wands. Okay, yeah. So you are moving into a space where you can get exactly want when you want, how you want it. Whatever you're doing, praying, manifesting, calling up to God, etc., etc., etc. Keep doing it. Welcome in, Leah. How you doing, Leah? All right, so we got a couple new people. Double tap that screen, hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Please donate to reciprocate. Remember that you up. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Remember that everything that you update goes directly to food, shelter, and water. This is called the Red Spider Nebula. I need to figure out a red spider nebula. A spider with a 3 light year long leg seems like an awfully bad news for arachnophobes. But if you're one of the 6% of Earth's population afflicted with the fear of spiders, rest assured the red spider nebula can't get you. Big as this bug is so far away, a nice safe distance, roughly about 5,000 light years, and its legs just massive bubble-like dust clouds inflated by gases that billow from the central white dwarf. Hmm. Appropriately, this spidery shot was captured by NASA's Webb telescope, whose near-infrared camera, the NERCam, the NERCam, makes finely detailed images possible from astronomical distances. Cool. That is a beautiful little picture. That's a star. I think my computer need to be updated. Check for updates. Streets turn your boy to a millionaire. Rapping and robbing again. I do got to update. I knew it because my computer was acting. Ugh. I wish I can plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. All right, the update is now downloading. All right, I'm back, chat. Oh, my computer froze. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, this boy got an update. Yeah, I knew it. It was acting too crazy. All right, I'm hungry, man. I really need to take my medicine. All right, let me let some of this good morning light up in here, you know? Just let some of this good sunlight. Rapping and rapping again. Streets turn your boy to a millionaire. I'm smoking dope again. Good morning, Jesus. Yeah, I believe in Jesus. Jesus is the Son. Jesus is the Son of Man, meaning the sun in the sky. Get it? Meaning that Jesus is our sun, like the sun that illuminates the earth. That's what Jesus means. So if y'all going to these spiritual channels, y'all going to these churches, and they can't tell you who the real son of God. If we made in God's image, that means that what? That means who is God then? That means we clones of God, right? So that means man is God. And if man is God, that means what? If man is God, then that means what? The Son of Man is the soul star. The sun in the sky is, so that means Lucifer is the morning sun, the light bearer. Or maybe Lucifer is the sky itself. That's what I think. Because what bears the light? The sky. If the light comes from the sun, then that means the one who holds the light is the sky. So we got sun, we got Lucifer, which is outer space. So Lucifer represents outer space. Lucifer represents outer space. Killer, killer. Rapping and robbing again. Streets turn your boy to a millionaire. Rhyme with Satan again. I got it on me again. Nick be trying to talk like this. And chopping up floors again. Mm. What up? Good morning, Grand Rising. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Streets on your boy to a millionaire, sipping on lean again.